way. You know what I say? She getting drunk, she don't know what to do.
She's gotta go. Bye. I know that you love this flow. We just chillin', we just villains. We just chillin', we some villains.
I love it up, get the ammo and I stick it up. I grab a shot on the top of shots, I bust the clip and I let it dip. I make it poop, make it explode. Touch your toes, hit your nose. Can you touch your toes? Simon telling you what to do. Follow my commando, hit in a bando, trap in a bando, not like a Rambo. Rocky, Sylvester, so low. I'm telling you, I get this money even on my own.
On his own, Apollo Creed.
Clearly, some things are a little different right now, folks. I'm your host tonight, Main Magic Mike. I'm wearing a Mets jersey because they won today off of some schnubby. But we'll talk about that soon. I've got my man, Brian Grosso, to my right. What's up, bro?
What's up, dude? It's nice to have you on this side.
You know, some things had to be done, so we're doing it. I got my main man, Tony Mack, in the back.
Oh,
Tony Mack in the back.
What is this guy doing?
Don't fuck up.
What's up, fellas?
And then also coming in hot is my main man, Mystic Bobs. How are you?
What's going on, dude? I'm pumped, but the only thing is, why are you wearing the Mets jersey, dude? Come on. I thought you were a Yankees fan.
No, totally a Yankees fan, but I'm a man of my word, Barnes. And I told Tony if the Mets win today, I will, because I needed him here to do this. So I was like, hey, I will wear a Mets jersey. But it had to be Piazza because, you know, back in my baseball days, they called me Jorge Piazza.
All right. I respect that, honestly. I thought it was just like you were just like pumped that they won on that. I was like, wow, like that. But I understand. You're respecting the bet. You got to do it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly.
I'm surprised they didn't refer to you more in the Ivan Rodriguez sense.
You know,
Pudge?
you would think that.
Pudge.
You would think that, but no, I didn't
Can't
get
think
that.
of a good nickname with that.
No, you can't. But guys, today we're going to actually start off with baseball. And I'm glad you're here, Barnes, because your Yankees, our Yankees, lost 4-3 in 11. Let's get into it, Barnes. What are your thoughts? I want to actually start with you, bud.
Tough one, especially because you look at the box score. I mean, they pitched well. Taillon, honestly, I was pumped to see him hitting 94 on the gun, coming off the 2 Tommy John surgeries. And then he has 7 Ks over 4 2/3. So I thought, that was solid. And at the plate, I mean, you out hit them 13-4. But you go 3 for 4 with runners in scoring position. And then the last play of the game, they had a chance to tie it. LeMahieu, they try for a sac fly. Urshela gets gunned. I mean, Santander made a great throw. So what are you going to do? But obviously embarrassing to lose to the Orioles. But big weekend series against Tampa. So you just focus on that. And the big part of this game is that Taillon looked great. And that's what we were hoping for.
No, I totally agree. What are your thoughts on Stanton and Sanchez? For the most part, hitting well.
Yeah, Stanton, the last couple games, he had the grand slam a couple nights ago, 2 hits the night before, 2 hits. I think he's really locked in. So it's just funny. Everyone was getting nervous after the first couple games. Obviously I didn't like to see it, but I think he's going to have a big year and he's due to stay healthy. It's like, we get it, the track record with Judge and Stanton the last couple of years, but they're due to stay healthy. And obviously there's a little question mark with Judge with the side injury, but I honestly think that he's going to be okay, and they're just being extra cautious. And I was listening to the Fan today, and of course they were saying, "Oh, tomorrow I guarantee he's going to be added to the IL." But I'm just not seeing it. I think they're just being extra cautious, and he would have been pulled from the game before if it was really that much of a problem.
Yeah, no, I agree. And coming up, they have Tampa. So Grosso, what are your thoughts on this? Tough loss here for the Yanks. But I mean, honestly, dude, is anybody even worried?
It's a 162 game season, right? Like, how many times are they going to play the Orioles this year? If you lose 1 or 2, it's not really a big deal.
And Boston,
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch this game. That's why we have our experts here. That's why
thank God.
Yeah, that's why usually I'm behind the plate.
Oh,
You like that?
Nice mitt, dude.
Thank you.
solid.
Catch a lot of balls with that.
I do actually. We play catch all the time, all of us. Downtime TV guys. But
Yeah, my shoulder hurts.
I'm looking forward to this pitching matchup, though, Barnes. It's Kluber versus Hill in the first matchup. Yermon versus Archer, and then Montgomery versus Waka. Is that how you say that? Or Wacha?
It's Waka, and he actually was on the Mets last year. Of course, he blew it on the Mets, and he's been a solid pitcher in the past. But you look at these pitching matchups; they have the advantage every single night. Rich Hill is a guy who a couple years ago was pretty good, but he's all washed up. Archer was a complete bust coming over back from Pittsburgh, where he was traded for when they got ripped off in that deal where they gave up Austin Meadows and Tyler Glasnow, and he just had like a 6 ERA with Pittsburgh. So, of course, he's going to come back to Tampa. I'm sure he'll pitch a little better, but he's not going to be the ace that he was a couple years ago. And then Waka, I mean, what's he, a 5-starter? So, and we're throwing out Kluber, who looked really good his last start, and I think is going to have a big year for them. Herman, he only pitched 3 innings, but he's definitely a better pitcher than Archer. And Montgomery looked basically unhittable his first start. So you look at those 3 matchups, they look real good, and I think it's just going to come down to hitting. The pitching is going to be there. It's been there the first 6 games. You're 3-3, so nothing to worry about. You know what I mean? It's like basically nothing. You're back to square one. It's only 6 games in a 162-game season. So they look forward to this series, and after losing to the Rays last year in the playoffs, I'm sure they really would love to win 2 out of 3 here.
No, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, especially as a Yankee fan, bud, and also the people out there watching.
It's just so funny you keep referring to yourself as a Yankee fan and you're sitting there with a Mets jersey on. I'm just having a good time here. We're having a good time.
I'm a man of my word, like I said.
He's rooting for a Subway Series.
Dude, I am. I think everyone is.
Who's not? That'd be awesome.
Oh, I would love to see it. We would have to go live watch party, all 7 games. Maybe it goes 7, probably goes 5, but either way, we go live watch party.
Live watch from the
games, dude. Yeah.
Tony,
downtown.
Let's see what the comments are real quick.
Oh, Matthew.
Oh my gosh. Why is Miguel in a Mets uni?
Yeah, that's what I said, but we told you he's honoring the bet. You got to respect that.
Yes, and then
JPO.
You want some basketball talk already, Mike?
No.
Yeah. We're talking baseball. He always tries to come in like that.
Do you see this? What does this say, Tony?
It looks like
MLB.
That's what we got, Juan.
Oh, get the B in there.
All right, that's what we're talking about right now.
Even
Tony,
I'm talking about it.
What's up?
I want to transition though to the other New York team, the Mets. They last night actually fell to the Phillies. 8-2, tough loss. Peterson gets hit hard. What were your thoughts last night? And then you could even segue into today's game, which is why I even have this freaking jersey on. Which, honestly, I love Piazza. He's great. Everybody look at it.
Solid
it's
mustache.
authentic,
Dude,
too.
love Piazza.
Authentic jersey.
Yo, Mike, though, real quick.
Let's go.
It's not authentic.
Really?
No, yeah, it's fake.
No way.
Yeah, I swear. It's like $30. AliExpress.
Wow. We gotta
It's
get
a
more.
nice.
impressed,
That's a
though?
really
Right?
nice replica.
Right, dude? Who would have
Like the
thought?
basketball replicas are so trash.
Oh, yeah, dude.
compared to
That's
the
like really
authentics.
well made. I was very surprised. I lucked out with that one,
Yeah.
because you it's kind of hit or miss sometimes. But, whatever, dude.
$30. Hey.
So, dude, last night, we were watching the game, Mike and I, at dinner.
At dinner.
Bro, it was just tough, dude. Peterson just he let up 4 runs in the first inning, I think. And they kept him in, which I would have done the same thing. It was his debut with the Mets. It was only the first inning. He throw like maybe 25 pitches. So he kind of struggled with some location issues and stuff. But I think you have to give a lot of credit to the Phillies, dude. Their bullpen is amazing, dude.
You've been saying that.
Yeah, exactly. Dude. They're surprisingly showing up. It's like very impressive, actually. But obviously, as a Mets fan, you kind of hate to see it. There was limited. 2 runs. You can't expect that much from the Mets offense right now. But dude, it was pretty disappointed. However, dude, today is a totally different story, dude. I'm gonna go ahead and just start it off as saying a win is a win, dude. Like we won. That's it.
Yeah.
On to the next.
Yeah, on to the next. But oh my God, dude, McNeil for his birthday, 29 years old today. Cranks a homer, bottom 9, ties the game up.
Happy fucking birthday.
Happy fucking
How happy were
birthday,
you?
dude. Oh, dude, well, actually I was in the car by myself at the time. You were in your house. But I was screaming, dude. I had the windows open. Then people were staring at me going by.
Oh, I love it.
I was so pumped, bro. But yeah, dude, obviously everyone's talking about the last play, Conforto.
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird, dude. He definitely leaned into that pitch. So, like, for those of you who don't know, the ball of him, it was a strike. It was going to be a strike ball in the middle of the plate.
3 straight breaking balls.
Three straight breaking balls. Conforto was staring at 2 of them. And then the third one, he decides to kind of lean in with his elbow a little bit. I mean, it's tough, dude. Obviously, like, I'm sure from his perspective, that ball looked like it was going to be way closer to him. And, it curves in at the last minute. But he leaves that elbow in. At first, like, even the announcers were like struck out, and then all of a sudden the ump says he was hit, and they walked a runner in, and they lost 3-2 in the bottom of the 9th. But it's weird because they review the play, right? So like Mattingly comes out for Miami, and he's obviously pretty ticked off, and like asking like, what the fuck is going on here, man? Like, he leaned in. Like, the rule is you have to make an effort to get out of the way of the ball, right? Which he obviously did not. And he did lean in to the ball, but they review it, which apparently they can only review as if he got hit or not. They cannot review if he leaned into the ball, which is
Really dumb.
And like,
Baseball is dumb now.
I wouldn't say baseball is dumb now.
Can I cut in really quick?
Yeah.
All these reviews throughout all sports, they're like so strict with the exact rules of the review that they can't make little judgment calls off watching this replay a million times. Like, if they watched it to see if he was hit, why can't they tell if it was a strike or not? That's just me, though.
Yeah, no, totally. Barnes, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I think we all know that obviously that was so lucky for them to win. It was a wrong call. And like Grasso said, there's no reason why there should be limitations. And I think the reason is integrity. They're just, I don't know, worried about if they're able to like just change these judgment calls so easily. Some fishy stuff's going to go on. But we know with, umpiring, refereeing, whatever the sport is, there's always, question marks about how, good the calls are. And that's why in the MLB, they've thought about going, with an automated strike zone and just, really kind of controlling what the people do and trying to eliminate, the human error. But at the same time, you look at it for the Mets, and you got to take a win when you can. And on a day where you struggled to score offensively, 1 run going into the 9th inning before you get the McNeil home run. So they're going to be happy with a win, and they should. So, and then you like too that Tawan Walker, he pitched pretty well in his debut, and they were hoping for that after he came over this season. So you got to be happy with a win, and it's on to the next one.
Yeah, no, and I think the Mets, are due a good season. So,
they are finding some bats finally.
Yeah,
And
I don't think people are looking at the Mets and saying easy win, but
no. And their bullpen started to held their own a little bit today, man.
It's about time though.
And I forgot to mention, we all knew I was going to bring it up. How about Betances finally gets in, and then today injured list. What were your thoughts, Tony? Honestly,
I mean, we said it even earlier, dude. I'm giving up on him a little bit. He's 33 years old now. He was clocking in at 93, 92. Even just last summer, he was hitting 97 on his fastball, which still, it seems like he's kind of a shell of the reliever he once was. I mean, this guy consistently hit 3 digits on his fastball, and I just don't see it right now. And he's not really making adjustments. And on top of that, he is getting injured. He was out for a while last year. Now he's on the 10-day IL as well. So it seems like he's becoming more injury prone. I just don't think he has what it takes to be in the majors anymore, man.
Yeah, it's really sad to see, because it just at this point, it's like, how many times are you going to see him underperform, get injured? Same thing. And I honestly, I hate saying it, but I wouldn't be surprised if they end up releasing him at some point this year.
Mm-hmm, which is a shame. And who knows? Maybe the Yankees will pick him up, dude. And
yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. And you look at it; he was so good on the Yankees. Obviously, injuries are a big part of it now. But Larry Rothschild, I think he was hurting a lot of the pitchers there. So with the different pitching coach, Matt Blake, maybe that would help. And one thing I'd just like to ask you is just in terms of like guys that just always get injured, like, do you think there's any, science behind it? Like, do you think for pitchers especially, it's just because of like his motion, or do you think it's just something that's completely random why they can't stay healthy and they always just get hurt?
Honestly, I think at this point it's because he's getting a little older, and I think he's trying to really compensate for his loss of velocity, and I think that's leading to him hurting himself. On top of that, like his age, obviously, probably, his body isn't what it once was, and it can't really handle the big seasons.
Yeah, no, that's definitely true, and it's just a shame though, because it just, he came up and he was a little older for a rookie, and now he's already done it with just such a short 4 or 5 year period where he's basically the best setup man in the whole league, right. And now he's nothing. So it's just very quick.
I know it is tough to see, but I mean, it is what it is. Hopefully, he can just stay healthy. I think is what I would probably make a priority for him at this point.
Yeah. So you never know, and I think we just got to wish him well and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Certain things you don't know, like the Knicks losing, and I didn't think that would happen. I'm sad it happened, but that's what we're going to start talking about right now. Baseball is officially done. If you missed it, go back and listen. Celtics 101, Knicks 99. Knicks now have lost 5 of 6. Fall to 25-27. Big games from their big two. 22-9-6 from Randall. 29-5 for Barrett, and Perfect from the 3. Burks 2 for 9. 8 points. I'm going to go to Barnes, and I'm going to go to Grasso, and then we can end it with me. Barnes, what happened with Burks?
I don't even – there really isn't an answer for it. He was on fire. I think it was 5 of 6 games. He had 20 points, and lately he's just in single digits every game. And I think, he hasn't played as many minutes, but also he hasn't played well. So I'm sure that's why Thibs, isn't playing him more. He was 2 of 9, only 8 points, and missed the game tying 3. And it's just, you want to, of course, take away positives from this Knicks season. I think they're ahead, way ahead of where people thought they would be. But it does seem like, of recent especially, this is a constant theme where you play against a team that probably is more talented, and it's very close, but just at the end of the day, they can't close it out. And we've seen that happen, time and time again, where they have these 2-point losses, these 3-point losses, not blowout games where they're right there, but they can't just they can't finish.
Yeah, and with the Knicks, they just don't have enough scoring. Like, they get nights from Randall and Barrett, and this is kind of an odd night for Barrett, 6 of 6 from 3. I mean, he probably should have been taking that shot instead of Burks, but Burks,
at least that night. If
Burks is your third guy, I mean, I know they have Derrick Rose, but this team's young for a reason. They're still looking for other guys to fill it in. I mean, I kind of said that the Knicks would probably fall out of the playoff picture, and they're losing a lot of close games. At least they're still staying in these games, but I just don't see that they have enough offense to compete with. Boston is more talented. I mean, they're playing terrible this year, according to Boston Celtics standards, but I just don't see the Knicks having enough offensive talent to hang with most teams in the NBA.
JPO says can't finish a game. They are much better team than their record.
But, that speaks to young teams, though. Young teams historically can't finish games.
And that's why I'm not upset.
Yeah, and you can't be. I mean, if you're a Knicks fan, you got to be thrilled with the season they're having.
Yeah, no, this is it. I mean, this is the type of season you've always wanted, because it's like now we have young pieces. It's not – and they're actual pieces that could be stars in this league,
Yeah, I mean, they're pieces you're holding on to.
Chandler, it's not Timothy Mozgov. It's not like pieces that are like, oh, they could be great on a championship team on the second unit.
Yeah, no, you got RJ Barrett there. Like, this is a stud in the making. He had a great night last night.
Was left off. I told you he was left off the top 25 list, a top 25 under 25.
Yeah, and they had LaMelo Ball at 3, so that list is complete trash. No disrespect to LaMelo Ball. I love him, but he was ahead of Mitchell and Booker and Tatum.
It was
Come on now. Come on. Stephen A. Smith ripped that.
And I think with RJ Barrett, especially, you look at him coming off his rookie season. I think a lot of people were a little disappointed, and they were comparing like, oh, we could have had Zion, we could have had Ja, and then he was kind of up and down. But with the way he's shooting and just scoring, you could just tell he's a completely different player this season. So I think that's a lot to look forward to for them, and for them to shoot 16-33 from three last night and lose, that's kind of crazy. It's just kind of one of those games where, like, all it came down to was just not being able to close. Everything else they did great. And then, this is a big win for the Celtics, 26-26 on the season. Now, obviously, we're not expecting them to go anywhere, but it's just like, they have enough talent where would it be that crazy? I don't think they're going to go to the NBA Finals or anything, but if they pulled an upset in the first round, got like a 6 seed, maybe, you never know what can happen. So I think, it means more for them. And, one thing I noticed is Pritchard, didn't have a good game, only 2 points in 16 minutes, but Tatum and Brown, they're really, really good when they're both on. It's just they haven't been on a lot together this year, but Tatum 25-10, Brown 32-10. So I think, the Celtics will take it, and they'll just try to go on a really good stretch here to close the season out and get as high as they can in the playoffs, even though, obviously the deck is, stacked against them. But they do play the T-Wolves in their next game. So at least that's a game where you would expect you could build on.
Yeah, and you want the Celtics, their goal right now should be that 4-5 series. If it's them in Miami, those are clearly the best two teams. Obviously Boston hasn't played that way, but that's what they should be shooting for, and they could easily win that series. And then they'll probably see Brooklyn or Philly in the next round and lose. But
and that the Knicks do have the Grizzlies and Raptors. I would say, guys, those are 2 winnable games. Definitely. And then, as you said, Barnes, the T-Wolves are next for the Celtics and the Nuggets. So hopefully they come out of that 1-1 best case scenario. But looking at the other game we were talking about, boys. Go ahead.
I got one question for Knicks fans, for you, and if anyone's watching, like Sam, would you rather the Knicks make the playoffs this year, lose in the first round most likely because they'll play one of those Brooklyn teams, or fall out, be in the lottery, and get a guy like Jalen Suggs or even Cade Cunningham to run that offense?
Because
you want the playoff experience, but are they there yet? I don't know. It's like one of those things I was thinking about last night.
It's tough, dude. How do we fall out? Are we falling out like this? You're close games every night. We're just losing at the end because we just need that one extra piece for this young unit.
Yeah, like you fell out to the 9 seed and you lose in the playoff play-in game and you just don't quite make it, which I don't think is a bad thing for the Knicks. No one expected them to make the playoffs come into this year.
No.
It would be amazing for them to get some playoff experience against a good team. But looking to next year, if you got a guy like Suggs or Cunningham at your point guard, that looks even better.
Yeah, I do like Quickly. You're right, JPO, but it's tough to say, man. It's tough to say because Quickly could be the future. He's not a point guard. He didn't come in a point guard, but, I don't think he's a Russell Westbrook in a sense of I think he's more, I'm here for the team. What does the team need this game? He reminds me, dude, a lot of Chauncey Billups.
Yeah.
Honestly, like his demeanor, everything about it. Grizzlies are winning that one. Sorry, Mikey.
No, I like Quickly, though.
I don't think so, but let's go Knicks all day, baby. But no. Barnes, what do you think?
No, I think it's honestly a win-win for them because they haven't been in the playoffs in so long. So just to get there is going to be good experience, good feel for the fan base. But then on the other side, if you could add a really talented player, that would be great. But honestly, I think it comes down to that they're too good of a team to lose, 60-70% of the remaining games. That's not going to happen for them to get in position to get Suggs or Cunningham. So really, I think I would almost, at that point, knowing that you're not going to get one of those guys, lean towards getting in the playoffs, getting more experience, and you could draft well. Look where you drafted Quickly. He was a really good pick, and we've seen a ton of guys just in general in the NBA get picked in the second round and make a really big impact. So I wouldn't so much worry about the draft position, being that you're not going to be in top position to get one of those real guys that you would expect to be 100% a superstar.
Yeah, and if you fall to like the 9 seed, your chances of like a top 3 pick are pretty much like 1%. So you're really you're pretty much betting on it. But I don't know. It's just an interesting thought I had.
No, I like it. On to the next game, though. MVP CP3
comes through. The Suns 117 over the Jazz, 113 in overtime. Wet like book. 35 points, missed 3-point at the end of regulation to win it. 29-9 from Paul, 18-12 from the young boy, our boy Ayton. I'll start with Grosso on this. What did you see in this game? And is Chris Paul making it? After I sent you the graphic.
Yeah. How he makes every single team he's ever played on
can we make a case
better.
For it now?
I mean, the only team that he didn't make hugely better was like the Houston. Rockets, but they were already really good.
But he still made
there's
them
only
better.
so much you could do.
Yeah.
There's a case. He's probably not even in my top 5 for MVP, but at the same time, he's having a great season. And you saw him he was drinking the secret stuff.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, this team before it was Booker has to score and he can kind of run some stuff with Ayton. But now they can run ISOs with Booker on the wing, pick and rolls with Chris Paul and Ayton up top. They have a lot of different ways that they can attack you now. So this offense is just so much more versatile just because of Chris Paul being there.
Barnes, what do you think, bud?
I mean, like I expected, maybe honestly, I thought, the Suns might win by a couple more, but at the end of the day, a win's a win. And I just expected, I think they're just a lot better team than them. And of course, Chris Paul is the whole difference in this team. We saw what they were last year. So, and then when you have young guys like Booker and Ayton who are just dominating, especially Booker, 35 points. He's had a lot of big scoring games recently. And then Ayton, he's really improved his game and gotten a little better on the defensive end. We knew what he could do offensively, but to pick it up on the defensive end just a little bit, everything helps. And, we see Donovan Mitchell, of course, he had 41 points, but he only shot 16 to 35 from the floor. So he hooked up a lot of shots. But I think it's just one of those things where the Jazz, we know their record's very good, but I think when they play teams like the Clippers, like the Lakers when they're healthy, even like the Nuggets, that they're going to struggle. And I think that they're going to beat the lower teams in the conference. But when you get against teams like the Suns and the Clippers and the Lakers, who are probably a better teams than them, even though their records aren't better, I think they're going to struggle. And that's why they're not going to go far in the playoffs.
Yeah, so far they've or the Nuggets. Those are two teams, the Lakers and the Clippers too, but those are the two teams you got to get past in the West. They're going to be there.
Yeah, JPO says, let's hear everyone's MVP top 5 and why.
I don't got 5. I got
5.
Lillard. If Embiid finishes the rest of the season, doesn't miss any more time, he's right there, and Jokic is right there, simply impacting their team's record. I mean, Lillard lost his best 2 players in McCollum and Nurkic and kept that team in the top 6 in the West, which if you look, the difference between 6 and 7 is a few games. So Lillard, I think he is the MVP in my opinion. But if Embiid can finish the season healthy, he's making a case for it too.
I just think that, the Sixers, even though Embiid makes a big difference, they still are very good without him. So that's why I don't think he's going to win it. But I think, like you said, Jokic and Lillard, they probably both deserve to win it. And I think LeBron would be right there too if he didn't get injured. And, I just think there's not going to be enough time in the season till he gets back. But really, I almost would lean towards, just because, the Nuggets have a lot of guys too, but Jokic has been unbelievable. But just what Lillard has done with nothing there in the beginning of the season with all the injuries, now they have extra guys. So it's just, what he's done, putting up these big games every night, I think you almost kind of have to give it to him.
Yeah, no, totally.
Just one more point about the Jazz, though, just because we talk about Chris Paul so much and how he's impacted that team, the Jazz have Mike Conley, and he's never gotten credit his entire career. He's been great for like 15 years now. He's been a huge reason why the Jazz still have that number 1 seed. So, let's show a little love to Mike Conley. I mean, OG of the game.
Well,
point guard, junior, maybe.
Well, we could take the love and money that the $200 million man is making and give it to him because he is just another center, outplays him in my opinion. Someone who's even half his age, I would say. And before you know it, he's going to be looking like we wasted a lot of money on him. But before we go into our NBA Thursday preview, we would like to bring in DTV Matt.
Oh, hey. Look at this guy.
DTV, no. Yeah.
Yo.
Yo.
What up, boys?
What's going on, bro?
Nothing. This is sick. This is the first time doing this.
Happy sport.
What's Gucci?
Why does everyone else's audio work but mine?
First time, long time, bud.
Good Wi-Fi connections, I guess.
It's like,
I'm just
Speaking spell.
but yeah, so now that you're here, you Lakers horn dog. The Lakers are 32-19. The Heat are 26-25. But don't let that fool you, folks. The Heat are currently not fifth. I'm sorry. The Heat are sixth in the East, and they've won the 4 of their last 5. Drummond is probable. He's trash. LeBron and Davis not obviously playing. Guys, I'm going to start with, can you cue the music, baby? Because I know this is your first time, Tony, so I'm going to call you out on it. But cue it, baby.
There you go.
Let's do it. Yeah. So guys,
I'm with you on this.
you could already tell who I have winning this game by, I would say,
Yeah, I'm with you.
20 points, Grosso.
Easy. This is a no-brainer.
Can we get some opinions? Matt, what are we looking at here? Yeah, you can turn
From
there down.
the Lakers fan and the LeBron.
You know what's fucking beat, dude? How Andre Drummond's fucking toenail fell off and he can't play. That's fucking trash. That's the most bullshit thing I've ever heard. Now, I mean, obviously, they're missing LeBron, AD. Dude, I think I'm gonna have to roll with Miami on this one, bro, because I just don't think the Lakers are gonna be able to. We talked about this, Barnes, where the Lakers have been able to win these games albeit against the teams in the NBA that they should beat. You know, kind of like the Yankees when they play the Orioles. But dude, the Heat aren't one of those teams, bro. So I'm just feeling like without the Lakers stars, they're supporting cast of the Lakers, albeit they're a talented bunch, but I don't think they're gonna be able to match up with Jimmy and Oladipo and Bam tonight, to be honest. So
Jimmy
I'm gonna have to roll with my former place of residence and go with Miami tonight. Mike, why are you in a? We'll get to that after.
Well, maybe no. We're not going to get into it because you should just go back and watch the beginning of this if you don't know.
Was he going to ask for the Mets jersey again?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we explained it in the
won twice. I think we went twice. Yeah, twice.
I'm not doing it again. So Matt,
No,
we're
but-
not.
Yeah,
We're not.
Yeah, we're not going to go there. And I could just say I hear what you guys are saying. I mean, the Heat clearly without LeBron and AD are a lot better team. Everyone's been playing well. But the thing is, you look at them this season, they lose a lot of games that they should win. So that's why I wouldn't definitively say like, oh, the Heat are going to win. The Lakers are definitely in a tough spot, though. Without LeBron and AD, they also announced that THT, he's suspended for a scuffle last game with Toronto, and then Kuzma's out as well. So they are shorthanded, but the thing is, even Gasol, who's been terrible.
KCP and Ben McElmore are going to light him up.
Caruso.
No. But you have Schroeder, you have Harrell, and actually Gasol's been playing well the last couple games. You never know when Caldwell Pope can hit a couple threes. So that's why I'm saying it wouldn't be that crazy. And then Drummond coming back. I mean, he didn't look good in his debut, but he's due to play better. So I say honestly, they win it in a close one. I'm just
They didn't pay Drummond enough to have all his toenails. JPO.
It's fucking JPO, bro. But backing me up, man.
The guy missing a game for a bruised toe, though.
No,
come on, dude.
I remember looking at the old AIs and remember the ones where it like showed all of his injuries. And it's like one of the like AI played through it. Why can't you?
Seriously, come on.
Bruised
toe.
I don't know, man. Maybe he's
So
too much, bro.
So Barnes, who you got winning real quick?
Dude, the Lakers by 2.
Tony, real quick with you. I'll give you a shout out.
Lakers by 4.
Cool. Matt, what about you, bud?
I'm gonna go
that Barnes evil villain laugh.
He loves it.
And Grosso, what about you, bud?
Oh, Miami all day.
And you guys
Jimmy's
know,
getting buckets. Bam's dunking on people. Montrezl Harrell. Come on, Bam's dunking on him all night.
Come on,
You guys
don't
already
get on Montrez now. Montrez.
I'm hating on Montrez.
Oh,
He's
dude,
trash.
And Montrez is slowly turning into a Draymond Green to me. All bark, no bite.
We thought that contract he signed was unfair.
He's had a bunch of big games this year. Relax.
All bark, no bite.
Nothing.
He's like
Fake
he's
tough
fake
guy.
Tough.
Barnes.
Watch when Bam gets a hand
bro.
on.
Yeah, exactly. Boy.
I'm saying this must be a tough pick for Barnes. Barnes used to be a Heat fan.
Dude,
Yeah, right?
I mean, no, but like, how many times are we really going to go over this? It's
Barnes,
like, you know what I mean?
I bust his balls.
What, you just follow LeBron. We know. We get it. So,
Yeah, you're not the only one.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the only sport where that happens. But also, for me, honestly, there's nothing like being a Yankee fan. I mean, that's a team to me. So everything else is secondary.
Well, that's the Barnes. What do we always say, dude?
Give it a rest.
Of course, it has to come back to the Yankees.
no, I mean, I don't hate
dude. No, but there's honestly nothing like it. And I just, dude, as soon as baseball started, I feel like it's like so hard for that not to be the main focus. Of course, I'm always following the NBA as well, but I'm just so excited to watch Yankee games. And I'm just really pumped about this year. And after last year getting more than 100 games taken off the schedule, I'm going to enjoy this season.
You hear
Sure,
that,
sure.
fucking Sports Port fans? You got a
No doubt.
professional here. You have someone that loves what he was watching. When Barnes gives you facts about the Yankees and baseball in general, you know it's coming from deep, deep within of research and love and passion for the sport. And that's what I love about Barnes. Barnes, you get a round of applause. You get a little golf clap.
Get the big round of applause.
Appreciate it.
You
Appreciate it.
golfing today, bro?
No golfing today, but I'm gonna play over the weekend. So looking forward.
You're not
to
training for the Masters, dude.
Dude, no. But looking forward to this weekend after struggling last time. Wait, what'd you
You know
say?
what we got to do? We got to get Grosso and Barnes on the tour for next year, and I'll be the caddy. Mike will be the caddy
No,
for
but
Grosso.
I think before we do that, we just got to schedule the golf outing, which we will in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, the DTV Sports Port golf outing. That'll be time. That'll be a time. We'll have to vlog that for sure.
And real quick though, just because we didn't get to talk to you about it before, were you pumped the way Taillon looked last night?
Yeah, dude. You know what stood out to me, dude? His curveball was ridiculous. So nasty, bro.
Yeah, and the only thing that he was just like being like too accurate, like leaving those pitches over the middle, but everything looked crisp. Like the velocity, you can't expect more than that.
No, I'm definitely. I was pumped about that outing. It's just too bad, obviously, the end result.
Right.
It's a tough one, but it's like the pitching. They pitch well every single game, so that's something to be pumped about.
These guys.
Oh,
These
sure.
guys.
No,
All right.
dude,
So yeah, hold up. Hey, Matt, if you wanted to be here for the
No, but I just wanted to check. I just wanted to check with him what he thought.
I'm sorry, dude. What are you saying, bro? I can't hear you with
Yeah, I
this
think it's
stupid
Mike's
fucking
turn to
Mets
host.
jersey on, bro.
Yeah, Barnes is my turn to host today. So if I wanted to say that, I could have said that. I didn't want his opinion on the Yanks. He should have been here. It's
All right,
Mets Day.
I'm about to be out, yo. Peace, boys.
All right,
Later,
love
man.
you.
Love
All right, peace, dude.
I think dinner was ready for him.
Yeah, dinner was in the background.
No, dinner was definitely ready.
Dinner was ready. Just like dinner will be ready for the Suns and Clippers game coming up. 36-14 for the Suns.
What does that mean?
34-18. Don't worry about it.
It's going to be ready for the Suns and Clippers game.
Well, because they have to eat to play.
They're eating right now in preparation for their game.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
That's what we do here. So the Clippers have won the last matchup between the two, 112-107 on January 3rd. Both teams are on fire. I will start with Grosso.
These two teams are eerily similar statistically. They both average 114.6 points a game, pretty much the same on defense. I'm excited for this game.
Yeah.
The Clippers have more star power. I mean, I love Devin Booker and Chris Paul, but Kawhi Leonard is a top 3 player in the NBA. The Clippers had an off night last night. The Suns played a tough game against the Jazz that went into overtime. I think they're going to be a little tired. I got the Clippers in this game. Kawhi Leonard's still a beast, man.
He is.
He can lead this team to a championship by himself pretty much. I'm excited to see what he does tonight. And who on Phoenix is going to really guard him? I mean, Mikal Bridges is probably going to get matched up with him or Jay Crowder, but Kawhi's got that.
Barnes?
Dude, I mean, honestly, I look at this game and it's like, yeah, Kawhi's real good, but George has been so inconsistent all season. And then even Kawhi, honestly, he's a lock, obviously, to be in the top 10 in the whole league. But the thing is, like, he might be a little overrated, honestly, because he was on all those Spurs teams, and then the year he wins it with Toronto, he has that lucky rim-in shot against the Sixers in the playoffs. So I think he just, like, for him to be considered maybe the best player in the league, I think that was always overanalyzed, and like I think that was just like a little overrated. So I honestly look at the Suns and I think they have a better team because it's like Kawhi's a certainty, but then you look at the Suns, it's like you got three guys that are certainties, and I think they create matchup problems for the Clippers. And I honestly could see Cam Johnson actually guarding Kawhi Leonard a lot in this game. Honestly, I think with his left, I think
he's like 210 pounds. Kawhi's gonna like just put his shoulder into his chest and later.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you just give him help. But anyway, all I was just saying is, though, I think they're going to win by 5 or 10 points, honestly. I think they're just a better team, and the Clippers have lost to a lot of bad teams, let alone some of the better teams. So it really wouldn't be much of a surprise for the Suns to win this one on the road.
I disagree. I'm going Clippers. I think Kawhi and this Clipper team, bro, I don't know. I feel like something's happening there. I think Rondo's presence alone has really shifted things.
Coaches in the building.
The coaches in the building, dude. They finally got it. And I think it's amazing. You guys, I thought you guys were going to touch upon it. Are these not the top two teams, offense and defense in the league?
They're not offensively.
Okay.
Defensively, they're right up there. And I mean, dude, but they're up there with offense. So if you think about the balance between both, they're probably the best balance.
Yeah, no, this is going to be this would be a great playoff matchup. I mean, dude, can you imagine a 7-game series for this? This would be amazing to watch, especially there's nothing better than playoff basketball. I'm sorry. NBA playoff basketball.
The Suns Jazz game last night got me just straight pumped for playoff basketball. Yeah. It seemed like it was intense.
No, how about these games for the Suns back to back? Like, this is like crazy having these good of games in back to back days.
Yeah, I mean, builds character.
Yeah, and I think that's ultimately going to be why they lose. I mean, I don't think the Clippers are much better than the Suns, but the Suns are coming off an overtime game against the Jazz last night. The Clippers were chilling.
Yeah. No,
I mean, and the one thing too, like, it definitely wouldn't be crazy at all for the Clippers to win, but it's just weird how you don't know if they're going to show up or not. Some games, like, they get down 20 points in the first quarter. I mean, into not even teams that are that good. I don't understand how that happens, but I guess it's the NBA. Anything can happen.
I understand how it happens. It's because everyone on the Clippers
wants to play.
They're all veterans. There's no young guys on the Clippers. They're all grown men.
Right. Given they're all like every
they see these lower ranked teams. You just come out and try and coast, and then they're like, "Oh shit, we're down 20."
Yeah,
we got to step it up. But no, the Clippers have been like over the past 20 games. I think the Clippers have been so impressive. They're back like on my radar as championship contenders.
100%.
If the Lakers and Nets are healthy, obviously that's 1 and 2. After that, it's a toss up. Yeah, I'm giving it to the Clippers. Really, I mean, Kawhi is the next best player in the NBA.
Clippers are Denver for me, but
Denver too.
Switching it up,
Denver's scary.
Switching it up, though, we've got a Masters update with Mystic Bobs. Talk to us, bud. What's going on in the golf world?
Well, I mean, you have to start with the leader at the Masters. Obviously, this is the most famous golf tournament, in the world. So we always get excited for this, and it's just kind of funny coming off the short layoff, having the last Masters in November. Very cool in terms of having 2 Masters in this short of a time. It's funny, Dustin Johnson wins it last year. This year, he's a few over par in his first round leader at 700 par. He's a 65. So he's a guy who's never had, he had 1 major championship before, but never a green jacket. So obviously he would love to do that. So he's 4 shots clear of 2 guys, Brian Harman and Hideki Matsuyama. So big lead after each round. And of course, it's Augusta. Anything can happen, but it's just kind of funny to see, DeChambeau and McIlroy struggle as well. I think they're both 4 over par. Jordan Spieth, my pick, he's 1 under par, but being 6 shots back on the first day, even though 6 shots is a lot, not over a 4-day tournament. So he's honestly position because crazy things happen at Augusta. This is obviously my favorite golf tournament to watch, and I'm really looking forward to see, over the next 3 days, what storylines come out. And we were always in for a surprise at the Masters.
No, yeah, totally. It's a little weird without, Tiger there, but it feels like only just yesterday we were doing this with Matt and Goose here, with the same Augusta tournament. So I'm looking forward to. I wish we could get Goose on here. So Goose, if you're listening, maybe tomorrow. Is it over soon? When is it done?
It's all weekend. Sunday. Sunday's the last day.
Let's.
Little technical difficulty there with Barnesy.
Technical difficulties with Barnes.
Tomorrow, obviously.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Oh, he said he's good now.
Yeah,
he's good.
Now Barnes.
No. Good
Just
now.
think you know Barnes is good now. No, that's dope. I think Monday we can do a recap, maybe. But now, if you want to cue the music, bro.
Yeah. I'll cue the music, Barnes. Thanks.
No, he's talking to you.
I know.
I'm right on it.
You ready, dude?
Let's do it, bud.
Let's go, LaMelo.
It's a little bit different this time.
It's going to be a little different.
Wow, yeah, on that side, a little different.
Can I open the pack?
We're gonna have Grosso open it today.
Let's have Gross open.
Wow.
Here we go, guys.
I feel like a little kid.
Pack is being opened as we speak.
I haven't done this in 20-something years.
He's pulling it open. It's Prizm Pack.
This guy again.
Prizm Pack. Who is it, Grosso, with the first
From the University of Washington, Mr. Jaden McDaniels.
Is that number 4 or 3?
That's like 7 or 8 at this point, I think.
It's 7 or 8. Wow. Okay.
Oh, nice. I think this is new. Number 2 from Kentucky, Ashton Hagans.
We actually got a few of these.
Do we?
Yeah. I think that's probably number 3.
Oh, wow.
Let's go! From Iowa State,
Number
ladies
22.
and gentlemen.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Let's go! That's the main one we've been missing.
Dude, we have been talking about that for weeks. It feels like.
Front runner for Rookie of the Year.
And we got Tyrese
Hey,
Maxey.
the two guys we really
We've been
wanted.
missing these dudes. We got Tyrese Maxey too, Barnes.
And Halliburton.
Yeah, dude, best pack we've had in a week, honestly.
Dude, Barnes, tell Grosso about yesterday's pack. He asked me when we came into the studio.
Oh my god, dude,
Okoro pack ever.
Okoro was the feature card yesterday.
Nice. Okay. Another Okoro.
No, but that's great, guys. We got some cool cards here. We've been waiting for these. All we need is RJ Hampton, right?
Yeah, we'd love an RJ Hampton.
Yeah, RJ. Yeah, RJ.
Now let's start
For you.
Halliburton's.
But guys, this was a great show. I mean, I'm happy
Phenomenal
to host tonight.
show, guys.
Solid.
Definitely don't want to do this all the time, but
Yeah, I know, dude.
Dude, I'll be back in the saddle tomorrow. Don't worry.
all right, good. All right, good. I kept the seat warm for you, bud.
Yeah. I don't think you want that, dude.
Dude, we walked in here, Barnes.
Barnes would freak out.
Barnes. We walked in here. I left the heat on.
Hold on, let him
overnight.
guess the temperature.
I left the heat on overnight. Guess what I left it on at?
75.
That would be nice. I wish.
At 10 degrees, bud.
11.
85? What the?
86 degrees.
Oh my god, dude.
We
That's
just came from a Chuck
Yo,
Roach workout.
Barnes, you don't need the Edge sauna anymore, bud.
We
Just come to
got
this
you.
studio.
yeah, no, I've been looking to do the sauna, so that's perfect.
They got you. That's what if anybody out there, if you're pissed about the Edge closing up. But also, speaking of working out, before we close out, I want to close this out on this, maybe. Shout out Uncommonly Driven, Chuck Roach. Shout out DTV Matt. They have a new show out. It's DTV Fitness. They're working out, and the podcast is coming out tomorrow live at 4:00 here about health and fitness.
Let's go.
And all that. So shout out those boys. If you don't follow them at Uncommonly Driven and at DTV __Matt.
We just came from an uncommonly driven workout, and I was still catching my breath when we got up here.
Oh yeah,
Like 2 hours later.
dude, he had us doing 30-inch box jumps. I
For
didn't know
2.5 minutes.
Joke, dude.
for 2.5 minutes straight.
Yeah, it was fun.
No, it was fun.
It was really fun actually. But
Anything else?
It was
guys?
hard.
Anything else?
Dude, that
before we
quarter
end?
mile run though. How about that thing, huh?
Oh,
That kind of killed me, bro. The curveball.
I
Go,
didn't
go
expect
run
it.
to the fence and back and do it twice.
I got to hop on the rower. Get
Yeah.
500
Oh, that's right. You
meters
did
for
the
you
rower.
guys.
That's right. That's
dude.
right.
But he had to go as fast as possible.
I had to get you
end.
guys
I know, that's
500
tough,
meters. I
dude.
did it in less than 2 minutes for you
Oh,
guys.
shit.
I kept in pace with the runners.
I
Good
love
for you,
it.
dude.
I love it.
It sounds like I need to train before I go to one of these workouts.
Yeah, you have
You
to
gotta-
work out.
No, you just
for a
gotta
while.
come. You just gotta come in hot, baby.
That's how I
Come in hot and yak.
Cue music for you can just cue any music. We usually do throw that back.
Okay.
Eddie a day.
Eddie a day. You have to
Whenever
go to-
you're ready, dude.
you could
You want it
go
right now?
a little lightly. Do
Are
you
we
have
out?
it ready? Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Look at it. I didn't think he had it ready. Guys, if you don't like, sub, make sure you keep tuning in. Comment. Type your Gmail. We want you here. Let's end the broadcast, baby. We will see you guys soon tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Peace.